Taylor Swift's mom Andrea Swift gives a sweet hug to fans at the Hard Rock Stadium concert. Taylor Swift kicked off the final leg of her Eras tour, but the epic night couldn't be without some sweet moments from Swift's family. Andrea was seen interacting with fans as she exchanged friendship bracelets and gave hugs to fans. Scott was also seen giving out friendship bracelets to the crowd at the Hard Rock Stadium. Scott and Andrea Swift have always shown a special interest in and support for their daughter, often seen with their friendship bracelets, and always making friendly gestures towards fans at Taylor Swift's concerts. That also captured the hearts of fans. In another moment, Kelce family also paid special attention to Taylor Swift. In Taylor Swift's first concert, Kelce family also had an evening of full support. As she took the stage last night at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, the pop star debuted a new outfit alluding to her Reputation era, marking the first time she had done so since launching the tour in March 2023. While she sang hits from the era, including Are You Ready For It? And Look What You Made Me Do, she wore a black and gold version of her custom Roberto Cavalli one-legged bodysuit. The daring ensemble, which featured a striking gold cobra motif, glittered as Swift performed in the rain. Its color palette nods to her Reputation tour, which saw the singer embrace all things gold and black, creating speculation that Reputation, Taylor's version, might be imminent. After all, she hid some messages about the era in her date night look last weekend, too. In addition to the bodysuit, Swift showed off a previously unseen silver fringed mini dress during her Fearless set, and changed into a new, watercolor-esque dress while singing her acoustic hits. The latter flaunted red, purple, and blue shades that blended together like a melting popsicle, and the rain styled the singer's hair accordingly, turning her blonde blowout into a mess of wet curls. The musician rounded out her concert with one last surprise. As the opening notes of her song Florida began, Florence Welch, of Florence the Machine, emerged from beneath the stage. She brought an ethereal feel to the stage in a gauzy white gown with black lace cutouts. And Swift followed suit in a white ball gown by Vivienne Westwood. "Miami, we are so back," she declared Friday night, shortly after things began in their usual manner, with the singer making her grand entrance to bring the crowd of 61,000 people at Hard Rock Stadium to life with her Lover-era hits Miss Americana, The Heartbreak Prince and Cruel Summer. Little did they know what the singer had in store for the night. This time, Swift's 3.5-hour journey through 18 years of music would feature new costumes, a few setlist changes, and a surprise appearance from Florence Welch of Florence the Machine, all while rain poured down on the stage and the crowd for a majority of the show. Good thing a little rain never stopped Swift. In fact, Swifties consider rain shows to be somewhat sacred experiences. So, rather than bring down the mood, the late-night showers merely served to further energize the crowd. It almost seemed cinematic, as if the pop star had somehow figured out how to control the weather, the way the rain would dissipate at certain times, only to return with even greater force at other moments. By the time the show reached the Reputation era, the rain cascaded from the sky as Swift performed some of her most intense tracks like Ready For It? And Don't Blame Me. It then slowly retreated for a brief time, only to return when Swift reached the acoustic set. It ebbed and flowed several times, clearing up through most of midnights, but making one last appearance to join the confetti that fell from the rafters for the final song of the night, Karma. For the first time, Swift also debuted a new outfit for her Reputation era. Her black bodysuit, which has been adorned with red snakes every night since the first stop in Glendale, Arizona, more than a year ago, instead glittered with shimmering gold snakes weaving up her body. The singer acknowledged her new looks, which also included a silver Fearless dress and a black Midnight's bodysuit with shimmering stars and a moon, during the acoustic set, after twirling around in a pink and blue cotton candy-esque dress. Also new, as she grabbed her guitar. "I've got a new dress for you and everything. I love when you guys notice these things. It's the most rewarding thing in the world," she said, before singing mashups of Tim McGraw/Timeless and This Is Me Trying/Daylight. At this point, the audience was still reeling from an electric tortured poets department set that included a rare surprise guest. When the opening notes of Florida began, a very fun, yet expected departure from the typical set list, given the venue, rumblings grew as the audience dared to hope that Welch might make an appearance. So, when she emerged from beneath the stage behind Swift, the screams were deafening. Welch added an ethereal quality to the TTPD era as she flowed around the massive stage, belting effortlessly the name of the state in which she sang. Even though this was a surprise guest performance, it almost felt like a staple of the show, with Swift and Welch looking thick as thieves, exchanging a cheeky smirk as Welch sang the brazen lyrics. So I did my best to lay to rest / all of the bodies that have ever been on my body / and in my mind, they sink into the swamp / is that a bad thing to say in a song? The Eras Tour is officially the longest tour Swift has ever done, which, she explained, is no accident. She is playing a record-breaking 152 dates, which will have spanned nearly 2 years by the time she takes the stage for the last time. Because she's having the most fun I've ever had in my life. And, for those seemingly brief 3.5 hours, Swift always finds a way to draw everyone in the audience in with that infectious joy, as if she's somehow singing directly to each of them. Miami Night 1 was no exception. After a months-long hiatus, Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is back, but not without a few hiccups along the way. On Friday, the pop star made her triumphant return to the stage at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where she performed her first of 3 sold-out shows in the rain. Weather aside, Swift literally danced with her dress unbuttoned while singing "But Daddy I Love Him" during her Tortured Poets Department set. In a video posted to X, the songstress was spotted with one hand behind her back, as struggled to zip up her white Vivienne Westwood corseted dress. Without missing a beat, Swift continued with the lyrics and choreography, before finally signaling to her backup dancers for help. "I need help," Swift said, turning her back to a group of dancers. 2 performers immediately jumped in and unzipped her dress and tightened the fabric together before securing it back in place. "Thanks guys," Swift added, as she ironically ran off to sing the line, "But now I'm running with my dress unbuttoned." In addition to her Vivienne Westwood number, Swift debuted a new Reputation-coded outfit during the concert. Belting out the lyrics to "Are You Ready For It?", she sported a black one-legged bodysuit covered in glittering gold snakes. She also unveiled a silver-fringed mini-dress during her Fearless set, as well as a red, purple, and blue mullet dress while singing her acoustics. Friday's concert was the kickoff show for the final leg of Swift's North American tour. 15 more dates in cities, like New Orleans and Indianapolis, will follow before the Eras Tour officially concludes in Vancouver, Canada on December 8. Kelce, big brother to Swift's beau, Travis Kelce, arrived with his wife, Kylie, and 2 daughters, Wyatt, 5 and Elliot, 3. However, at one point during Swift's performance, Kelce appeared to take a little rest, according to a photo that quickly circulated online. In the photo, posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, the former NFL star can be seen sitting back in his seat, his eyes closed, while his wife and the rest of the crowd remained standing around him. At Jason Kelce, "Are you just resting your eyes for a second?" another asked online. "I guess you could say that at Jason Kelce had a little bitty cat nap," another posted. "When your daughters find out cats aren't poisonous and your wife tells you that you're not allowed to take your shirt off." Another wrote on X, referring to Kelce's iconic appearance at last year's Buffalo Bills vs. Kansas City Chiefs NFL divisional round playoff game, when the retired star ripped off his shirt and shotgunned some beers while in the stands. Caught in 4K, Kelce's hit podcast New Heights official X account posted in response to the viral photo, hinting that maybe, just maybe, Kelce was getting a little shut-eye after all. Despite potentially falling asleep in Miami, Kelce is a well-known Swiftie, at times even getting emotional when discussing Swift's Eras Tour. "It was amazing," Kelce said of Swift's show in England during an episode of his podcast, co-hosted with his brother, Travis. "It was insanely impressive. Obviously Taylor's an amazing singer, songwriter, but then to be able to go out there and be perfect at that level for that many hours. If I did what she did for one song, I would have to change my clothes. Man, I'm tired of drinking these beers and Taylor's still singing. Kelce continued at the time. I can't feel my hand anymore because all these friendship bracelets are cutting off my circulation. While every other era is rife with wardrobe changes and rotating dresses, Swift has stuck with the same red and black snake bodysuit to belt out "Look What You Made Me Do," until now. On October 18th, Swift performed the song in the rain wearing a new gold and black version of the look, featuring a striking cobra motif. For the uninitiated, gold and black was a recurring combo during Swift's Reputation tour in 2018. Beyond the color shift, the King Cobra looks a whole lot like Karen, the giant snake Swift brought out for "Look What You Made Me Do" during her Reputation tour, as well as her performance of "I Did Something Bad" at the 2018 American Music Awards. "There's literally a Karen on your chest," one TikTok user exclaimed in their video about the wardrobe update. "Oh, you didn't know about Karen?" 6 years ago, Taylor Swift confirmed the snake's name and reblogged an entire poem about Karen on Tumblr, adding, "It's a love story, BB, just say hiss." While some Swifties took the new suit as yet another clue that Reputation, Taylor's version, is imminent, others are starting to express doubt. After a year and a half we get a new bodysuit and it meant nothing? One user commented on TikTok after Swift failed to announce the re-recording during opening night in Miami, as many fans expected. One fan suggested the gold and black bodysuit points to a New Orleans announcement, while others advised even more patience. "She's gonna announce it last day of the Eras tour, trust," one user wrote. Welch, the iconic lead singer of Florence the Machine, joined Swift on stage for their hit collaboration, Florida. Fans at Hard Rock Stadium were ecstatic as the duo sang the second verse together, making this the second time they've performed the song live. The first live performance of Florida happened during the final European leg of Swift's tour in August. This Miami performance was equally thrilling, with fans filling the stadium and singing along, making it a magical night. Swift and Welch's powerful vocals created an unforgettable moment for everyone in attendance. The night featured multiple standout moments, including Swift debuting a refreshed blue dress during her Fearless segment. This small change led fans to speculate whether Swift is planning another Taylor's version.